What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. 90 Day Fiance star David announced his retirement on Instagram, and in the comments section revealed a lot of information about the current state of his relationship with on and off again fiance Lana, including the possibility of him moving to Ukraine to be with her. Just a little bit of a refresher, or for those who might not know, David was featured on a recent season of 90 Day Fiance with a woman named Lana, who he had attempted to visit 3 times in the Ukraine, and she stood him up each of those times until his 4th visit, where she finally met him, and then the two of them became engaged. David claims that he spent over $100,000 on Lana ever since the beginning of their relationship. Remember, he met her on one of those like international chat rooms where you have to pay every time you send a message. He's sending her gifts, money for like different things around her house, family, beauty, you name it. He is spending it on this damn woman. He hasn't been that active on Instagram these past couple of months. So when he announced his retirement from working in computers and accounting, a lot of people took the opportunity to pry a little bit on the state of his love life. And lucky for all of us extremely nosy people, David was a chatty patty in the comment section, giving every little bit of information that he could. A follower commented, and I quote, "She does not need a prenup. You have already thrown good money after bad by choice. You seem like a real decent man. I do not understand why you have never found a decent woman earlier in your life. Good luck. I hope it works out for you." To which David responded with, "She was never ignoring me. It was just presented that way. We're still working on getting a visa so she can see what it's really like in the USA. She's not really sure if she wants to live here." You know, a lot of contestants from the show have accused TLC of staging scenes and like faking the dynamics of their relationship. So are you surprised to see David make the same claim? Do you think that it's just that, a claim, or is it the truth? Someone also asked him whether or not he was still with Lana, which he, evidently already answered, which was yes, and that they are trying to get a visa. And someone else was a lot more kind of stern with him, telling him, "Listen, David, you need to find a woman your own age who you have things in common with, like traveling around in an RV. Lana ain't that into you." He responded with saying, "Actually, yes, Lana is very much into me. It did not match the show's narrative for me or her to show that. It is called acting." You know what? David talking about how TLC has been manipulating the dynamics of his relationship with Lana, claiming that he was acting on the show, kind of reminds me of when Nikki, this is when David and Annie were on the show, and he had a sugar daddy by the name of Chris who was married to a woman named Nikki, and he was loaning him, David and Annie, so much money. And at a certain point, he made a really, what I would perceive as being a racist and derogatory comment towards Annie about the money that he was giving to her and David. He was saying, "Oh, like, I would like to get something in exchange for this money. How do you feel about, while I'm laying here by the pool, giving me a massage, like a Thai massage or something like that," which was incredibly, I think it was one of the lower moments on franchise history, because it was just, wow, who would say something like that? So he obviously got a lot of backlash after he said a comment like that to Annie about wanting a Thai massage in exchange for money. And his wife, Nikki, later came out on her YouTube channel telling everybody that it was TLC that forced her husband, Chris, to say that on the show, and that it was never anything he or Nikki would ever think to say to anybody, like, organically. So in some respects, I do kind of see where David is coming from, that TLC would ask him to play up certain elements of his relationship. But at the same time, it was him who went online just a couple of months ago, and like even at the reunion, confirming some of these rumors. At the time, he and Lana's engagement was an open engagement because she was still on that chat site that they had met each other on, speaking with other suitors. The way that the website works is that the women are able to talk to as many different men as they want to until they have a locked and secured green card from somebody. So, whoever gets to lock her down first and she accepts is who she ultimately winds up going with. And David was the one who confirmed that, which would mean that yes, the dynamics shown on the show were to some extent real. Like, she is not 1000% head over heels in love with David. She is working her magic to get a green card from whoever will be able to get her one first. He's also giving off a little bit of Nicole vibes. Remember Nicole Nafziger, who is with Azan from Morocco, and she comes from Florida. Now he's claiming that he wants to potentially go to the Ukraine. Someone asked him, hey, congratulations, friend. I wish you all your deepest dreams come true. He responded by saying, hey, Anya, life is different now. I may come to Ukraine soon since they opened. It seems like Nicole, David doesn't really understand what his fiance is in this situation for. Lana, as far as I can tell, is not looking for a romantic, love connection that does not economically benefit her. So him moving to Ukraine would be counterintuitive to what it is that she is looking for when she signed up to be on a website that helps pair women up with men from different countries where they would like to get visas, green cards, you name it. So, I feel like if poor David sells off all of his stuff and moves to the Ukraine, he's gonna find literally nobody there, because that is not what Lana is there for, in a relationship with him for. So God help him if that is the route that he ultimately chooses to go down, because it would be incredibly, incredibly naive. She would just continue talking to other men until someone finds her a green card. By the way, you guys, how strange is it that Lana has not been able to secure a green card quite yet? Like, she's been very open about talking to multiple different suitors. So you mean to tell me over the span of their 7-year relationship, no one else locked it down? That is a little bit curious, if you ask me. He responded with, it takes a long time to get that far for a foreigner, and COVID stopped all processing. So I guess it's safe to say when they are able to move up in the queue with the reinstating marriage visas and stuff like that, David and Lana will allegedly continue down that route and be, officially seal the deal one day. Maybe, just maybe. I personally am of the belief that this is not a real relationship, and that Lana is just continuing to collect her coins from him, and that she will never actually marry him. It's kind of like Nicole and Azan. Nicole has been a fiance for 4 years now. It is just not happening. And I don't mean to rub that in their faces. It's like, wake up. You are an adult. You know what is going on here. Don't play dumb. Your heart is playing tricks on you. Anyway, you guys, how do you feel about all of the gems that David dropped in the comment section of his Instagram page about the current state of his relationship with his fiancee Lana? Do you think that he's telling the truth when he claims that their dynamic is not at all the way it was represented on the TLC show 90 Day Fiance? Or is he just kind of saving face because he's a little bit embarrassed by how the entire world takes him to be one of the most naive people to have ever appeared on the show? Make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.